Now we're gonna do knee twists. With this, you wanna put your hands out, shoulder height. You want your palms up. You don't want your palms down. If you have your palms down, sometimes you'll push, which is a little bit of cheating. We don't want that. This is gonna train our oblique, our abdominal muscles, the ones that are on the side here. You actually will work a little bit of your core as well, but our focus for this exercise is our obliques. For this exercise, you wanna bring your knees up. Make sure you flatten your spine onto the mat. Have them at 90-degree angle. And you want to go to one side, trying to keep your shoulders on the floor. If you're tight, you'll find that your shoulders will want to lift off the floor, which is okay when you're first starting. Your goal is to keep your shoulders on the floor for the whole time though. I'm gonna go to the other side, rotate over, and you feel a nice stretch. These are called knee twists. It's really good for your core, stomach, muscles, and to the other side. You're gonna do 15 per side or 30 total. The advanced movement of this exercise is having your legs straight, toes are down, so you get a nice stretch in your hamstring, and you go to one side, touch, and then come back to the other side. Nice, easy stretch, nice, easy movement. Again, you don't want to do anything very fast. You don't want your muscles to do the work. You don't want to be using momentum or gravity. Great. Palms nice and stretched out. So I want you to think about your spine. Right now I want you to make sure your whole spine is touching the ground. Your stomach is in. Good. And then I want you to slowly raise your knees. Up. Good. And then go to the right side. Good. Focus on keeping your shoulders on the ground. And then over to the left. Go as far as you can on both sides. If you can touch the floor, that's what we want. And try to keep your knees together. Okay, good. And make sure you're breathing. So you want to breathe as you lift your knees up. So it's over to the other side, and then exhale as you lift. Good. I'll come over and help you. So Jean, I notice your shoulders came a little bit off the ground. It's not a bad thing, but that's your goal, is to try to keep them down. Good. Keep your knees together and keep them a little bit higher. Nice. Good work. Keep moving. Great. Keep your knees together. And go as far as you can over to one side. Nice. And back to the other. How does that feel? Okay, good. Keep going. Great. And straighten your arms a little. Good. And then I want you to see if you can actually go all the way to the floor. Good. So what I'm noticing with Dave is that his lower back is a little tight, which is limiting him from touching the floor. So his goal is to be able to touch the floor eventually. So he's going to work on this for the rest of his life, doing these knee twists. Good. So what's really important about these exercises, by doing exercises, you're building body awareness. So Dave probably was aware before that he had some lower back tightness, but this kind of gives him an idea of where he's at right now, and then maybe a month from now he can measure his improvements. So not only will he gain some strength in his core muscles, he also will improve his range of motion in his lower back, which helps reduce injury. One of the things you'll notice is that when you do this exercise, you slide down, which is normal. So you want to give yourself enough room so that you don't hit the wall. And that's just what happens, whether you're doing a straight leg or bent knee. And you can let your knees land and rest if you want to on each side. It's not a bad thing to do either. Great. Breathing. We want to exhale as we lift. Nice work. Good. So again, we want to do core exercises at the end of our workout. So we don't want to have our core fatigued at the beginning, because then we can't use them to stabilize our bodies when we're doing the exercises. So we want to fatigue our abdominal muscles or our core muscles at the end, which we're doing a good job of right now. Great, well, good work, you guys. Let's stop and we'll go into the next exercise. So our next exercise are going to be crunches. If your neck is a little bit tight, you can support your head. However, do never pull on your head. So make sure you do not pull on your head. You can use your fingertips around your ears, but don't grab your ears, to kind of pull up this way. And as you come up, you want to exhale. So this exercise here works your middle abdominal muscles, mainly all your core abdominal muscles. Another way to measure that you're actually doing this, you're actually contracting your abdominal muscles, is you can put a hand here in your lower ab area and your upper ab area. And your goal is to squeeze these hands together. That way you're making sure that you're actually shortening that muscle and it's actually being used. So it's not about doing a full sit-up. We're actually just doing a partial sit-up, which is called a crunch. And we want to do this at least 15 times. However, you can do as many as you like, up to 60, up to 2 sets. So again, you can do by your ears, crunch up, or you can target your knees, or you can target your heels. The main goal is you want to keep your chin tucked in for the whole time. Letting your head go back and forward like this during a crunch is dangerous for your neck. So you want to keep your chin tucked in forever when you're doing a crunch. So here we go. All right. So now Dave and Jean are going to demonstrate. You guys can choose whatever method you want to use. You can support your head with a little bit around your ears, or you can target your knees, or you can target your heels. Whatever exercise you do, keep it consistent for those 15 repetitions, okay? Exhale and exertion. And I want you to think about pulling your stomach in. So I want you to think about your belly button, like there's actually a string pulling your belly button towards the floor. You want to keep your lower back flat, or it's called doing a pelvic tilt. Rotate your pelvis back so your lower back is always touching the ground, okay? So, are you ready? And go. Good. Good, keep going up. So you want to keep your legs at 90-degree angle, which you're both doing, or less. So Jean's legs are a bit bent, which is still good. And Gina's using her hands to support her head. They're both returning right back down to the ground, which is not a bad thing. When you're first learning, you can kind of lay down there and rest for a second before you come back up. And a more advanced movement of that is keeping your chin tucked for the entire time, which takes a little bit of strength training for the neck muscles. A lot of people will feel this the next day in the front of their neck. And again, it just takes time to strengthen those muscles to support the head. The head's quite heavy. Great, good work. So the breathing is really good. They're both exhaling as they're coming up. Good, and go at your own pace. Some people like to go very fast and some people like to take their time. There's no right or wrong way in speed. You don't want to go too fast because again, you're using momentum. Great, how did that feel, Jean? Okay. How you doing?
Good.
You done? Mm-hmm. Awesome. Great, so we have one last exercise for me to show and then we're done.